on 16 points. He still has a chance of getting into top 8.
Yeah, he has to win and in now.
Yes, he has to win now.
Just for reference, we will be bringing 9th versus 10th.
Michael Maxwell
and
versus
Chris
Delo. So here
we'll
we are.
have deck lists as soon as we can get our grubby mitts on them.
So it'll be interesting to see. These guys are both on a must-win situation at this point.
Yeah, it's extremely important for them. I mean, especially with, the opponent above that, like, obviously,
yeah,
like
with one of the top 8 already IDing.
Yeah.
So these guys win, they get into the top 8 essentially at this point. So definitely must win. So there's going to be some quite high tensions for these two guys. They've got to make sure that no margin for errors here.
No, this is
an all or nothing game for both of them.
We've seen a few play errors on camera. Yeah, it's fair to say.
In this one, they can't afford it as much in the last game where they have to win to get in.
No.
There's a lot less margin for error. So we'll hopefully momentarily have some deck lists so we can see what they're playing.
He does actually have a little bit of a Matt Damon thing going on.
Is this like actual Matt Damon or Team America Matt Damon?
Oh, retarded puppet.
Matt Damon. That's all I remember. That's all I take from that film now.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I didn't actually realise until I saw an interview with Matt Damon. It's because people kept coming up to him and shouting, Matt Damon at him. So they just said, make him say Matt Damon. Like, that's the only thing it's a big puppet is
it's the only way it's the only way they could have stopped it, really. Poor man. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice man.
I'm sure there's quite a few people who were really, really annoyed by that movie.
What, really?
Yeah. Well, and there are quite a few
Alec
people.
Baldwin, maybe.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin.
In case it wasn't painfully aware, we are both nerds.
Horrendously so. Horrendously so. We've given up our Saturday to cover an MTG modern event.
Yeah, and
that on its own should
we were just doing some calculations. We're pretty sure we won't get home till the very, very small hours in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we've got about a 2-hour journey home, back to Middlesbrough after the top 8 is finished.
We're still very top. I was once told, somebody saw a picture of me once on the internet and they told me I looked like a fat Sabretooth from X-Men Origins.
That's a compliment.
They said, no, the actual term they said was that I looked like Sabretooth from X-Men Origins after he'd eaten 100 beef burgers. To which I said, that is ridiculous and offensive. I would eat cheeseburgers quite clearly. No, I would not be just having plain beef burgers. You've got to have cheese on a cheeseburger, else it's just not right. So they are looking to get started. We've still not had a deck list.
Oh, what?
So they are just drawing their opening hands. Sabretooth bin proper. We're just trying to make sure we get a deck list.
The table judge is with them right now. Yeah, we're just going to try and get deck lists for you.
I'm loving that hashtag. Hashtag Sabretooth bin poorly.
Yeah, so we're just...
So we're starting off with the Scolding Tarn.
We may actually be able to figure some of this out.
And Chris Delo started with a Godless Shrine.
Junk, maybe?
Baby Junk.
It has... I heard there was another one in the room.
So Godless Shrine
that is
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Well,
now, this could be anything. This could be...
This is blue,
Patriot
white,
Control
red.
again.
But it's with Geist this time.
With Geist this time. With added Geist.
So Michael Maxwell is on blue, white, red control, presumably.
Yeah, looks like it.
And
So the Patriot
I'm going to
control,
take a punt and say Chris Delo's on
junk.
junk.
Are we saying we're going to guess junk?
I'm going to guess junk, or thank you very much.
Here we go. We've just got the date list. So as we thought, Michael Maxwell is.
Yeah, in fact, Chris Delo is on. He is actually playing 4-color. It's a junk jund mashup. It's basically junk soul. It's Jun Souls.
Yes, Jun Souls. And we've got Michael Maxwell, who is running Patriot control. So the Scalding Tongue goes off.
So we're just going to
tags.
update, just get some tags on the decks. Well, remember, you're placing into the top 8. It's always best to do as well as you can.
Oh,
because if you're first seed,
you get to pick whether you go first.
First off, you play the 8th seed going in, and also you get to choose whether to play or draw.
Yes.
And so if you're something like control,
that's big here.
Like if you're Matthew, like you want to be number 1.
Yeah.
You want to be in first place. And it's not necessarily an easier matchup.
Not necessarily, as we proved at the game day.
Well, this is a much different outlook really for blue white red than we've seen earlier. Few standouts. Fall Guys to St. Traft. It is playing Restoration Angel.
No revelations.
No revelations at all.
Not even in sideboard.
And there's a very, very, very odd sideboard choice from Michael Maxwell. If you can guess what it is, it's quite a sizable to cost sorcery. I'm just going to say that. It's blue as well. Give me a guess what it could be.
We've got a...
It is not Enter the Infinite. That would be ambitious, even for a control deck.
In Modern.
It is not Enter the Infinite. It has hybrid mana.
Hybrid mana, yeah.
It's a blue sorcery. It has hybrid mana. So just got the opening few turns here. Yeah. Not an awful lot of progress. It's Tarmogoyf,
which is currently.
Now, Michael does have a few. He could have Mana Leak up already.
I think Tarmogoyf's a 4/5 at this point. We've got sorcery,
creature,
instance,
land.
Land.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a 4/5.
Out to my rather cryptic sideboard query. Michael Maxwell is playing 1 copy of Call the Skybreaker.
Wow.
Call the Skybreaker.
That is some tech right there.
This might be the only time we see that, and I hope we see that in play. It's a little bit odd. He's not running Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say.
Confused about
that. Yes, Matt Light is currently in 2nd place. He is guaranteed. He's at 19 points. He ID'd last round, having gone. He went undefeated in 6th round, and I mean undefeated in games.
Geist of St. Traft for Michael. After leaking the Tarmogoyf.
Yep. You got to think Chris is under the gun now. Like, I think Lingering Souls will pull him out of it. Give him a bit of time, maybe to stabilise.
Yeah. Yeah, he could go with that.
Liliana obviously is a dead cert answer. We might actually be seeing it right here. He is marsh flattening. You've got to assume he has Lily here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Liliana's coming in.
absolutely. There we are. Best. It's sad that Geist of St. Traft is nowhere near the deal breaker he used to be. Like you just
Yeah.
it'd be pretty much. I mean, Liliana is absolutely savage,
Lightning
and
Helix into
he's, he
Liliana.
he
Yep.
is gonna lightning helix Liliana. Yeah, it's very, yeah, definitely. Took League to protect the Goif. Um, although I would like to have seen him, think ahead and go, I want to protect my Lily later on.
Yeah.
No problem. We're more than happy being here, and we will be here right till the end. It is sad for people who couldn't make the journey,
Yeah.
and you can live vicariously through us. And once it's on the stream, it'll be kept there. We won't delete the videos.
Live it forever.
So you can go over this as much as you want. Obviously, you don't have the chat running with with the video when it's stored. You lose a little bit,
Yeah.
but you can still see the blow by blow.
We've got some tokens hitting the
That I
field.
believe is Lingering Souls and a flashback.
That's, yeah, Lingering Souls with
Not
the
a single
flashback.
one of these top players actually has spirit tokens.
Yeah. Play the
it's not.
Geist
It's
and
not.
hope your opponent is bad.
Yeah.
It is in modern. I think he has a little bit more of a break
I
in
think if
standard.
this wasn't the last round and these people weren't, smashing face, I could see him just going, oh yeah, it's safe to play Geist now.
I'll play Geist.
I'll play Geist.
But Mike's was a draw pass. So he's going to take 4 down to 15. The Jun Souls is doing pretty well
Every
here at the
single
moment.
time I look at these control decks and I go, nope, he's lost this, and it upsets me because it actually, Pyroclasm, and that's right back in it.
Gotta love the smell
Right
of
back in
burning
it.
spirits.
Yeah, the 2 swamps is a bit weird. That is that is one hell of a journey you're on
That's a
there.
schedule, that is, isn't it?
Verona on Thursday, Utrecht, Boston, and Seattle. Blimey.
Spirits do burn. Things like vodka and all that sort of thing. All sorts of spirits burn.
Oh, well, Linguicells has come out again, but
He's got another one.
it's nice to see he hasn't overcommitted.
Yeah.
He hasn't overcommitted
He's
completely. Yeah, I agree with that hashtag. Rich is definitely in some need
MR
of some Kajuti.
So the spirits are swinging away. Michael's down to 13.
I like it. He's committing
He's
nothing to the
yep.
board. He's just
nice and conserved
just
here.
keeping there. I think that Pyroclasm woke him up. I think he was just like, yeah, no, I can play whatever I want.
I think he learnt a bit when he was playing his second one, going, all right, I need to be a bit more patient with it. Don't overextend too much.
It was really, really interesting when we had Cyrus in, when he was saying about his Jund deck, and he said the reason he switched from Junk to Jund was because Bloodbraid Elf was banned.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the amount of people who have thought the opposite
The
to that?
exact opposite go, yeah, I've gone
That
to
is
Jund.
that is Vidillion Click being answered immediately with Lightning Bolt. And we've been reliably informed that Chris has Terminate and Bolt in hand, but that may well have
But
just
he
been
might
the
have just played
Bolt
the Bolt,
he's
so
just
he's got
used.
a Terminate left in
So he's
hand.
at least got a Terminate left. Why we don't have a...
We obviously
Like
got
Wizards
some
have just
our
magicked
guys on
up.
the ground.
Our guy on the ground is giving us a bit of information.
I say it like we're in the air. We're not in the air. There's while we say the guy on the ground, it's on the same
Yeah,
floor.
he's on the table then,
Yeah.
but he's not physically on the table.
No.
He's just right. We have one of our team there with the laptop doing the, and he's messaging us from the table and we're
So
messaging him.
Michael takes.
He's also a level 2 judge, so he's also the table judge for the feature match.
Michael.
And that's a bolt immediately
Bolt
for a Shaman.
Shaman's have been really unlucky
He is just
today.
matching his blow for blow. And I think Chris is just going to. Chris must eventually run out, surely.
But he's still just got 2 creatures going 2 every turn.
I mean, he has Raging Ravine down, so at what point does he go, I think he's out. I think he's done.
At the moment, he's fairly good. He can just keep going every turn with 2.
He doesn't need to put any...
He's
He's actually going in with the Raging Ravine. And he gets pathed.
Path to
Oh,
exile.
I did say, does he risk it?
If it's not a massive risk for
it's
him,
not
I don't
risk-
think at this point. He's got
No,
enough stuff
I
on
mean-
the field. He's got enough presence. He's got the 2 every
You've
turn.
got to think that is that Raging Ravine then helping, say, a Dark Confidant later survive?
Yeah.
Like, is it buying a chance for that to give some dominance later on? I mean, we did see in the Gen matchup how dangerous it is to leave a Dark Confidant unanswered.
There's a
And
reason
there's
why
at
it's so
least 2
expensive.
turns, maybe even 3. Yeah.
There's a reason why Confidant's so expensive. There's a reason why it's a valuable card in a black deck.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
He is a very good draw sort of engine for
Yeah.
black decks.
well, I mean, the colour commitment is minimal.
He's cheap
Yeah, we might stress that. That's
in a
mana-wise.
mana sense.
That's
Dark
mana
Confidant is
sense.
cheap.
He is not cheap at all.
Economically wise, he's a little bit more expensive, but
Yeah, I
this could. Chris
I,
is in a
I
comfortable
traded
position
my Bobs and Ghosts before Modern was a thing,
here. Oh,
and you gotta feel for me. Oh, I lost so much trade value doing
I
that.
traded.
Honestly,
I traded my
I didn't.
Bob away
I just
recently.
I didn't play them. I got good. I might add I got Sacklands, which I then got to 4, but I did lose. I lost a lot of value on that.
Yeah.
A lot of value.
Chris Delo's just
I
lost
might
his
add
spirits.
all of my Tarmogoyfs that I got came from Future Sight boosters.
Nice.
I did 4 separate events, all with a Future Sight booster as a prize, and all of them had Goyfs in them. So I cannot say I'm that unfortunate. Cryptic Command on
Cryptic Man
Flashback
countering the
Lightning
lingering
Lingering Souls.
souls and drawing the card out of it as well.
Time and time again, we've seen these control decks stabilize.
Yeah.
7 life is loads in this matchup. It's
Lightning
Lightning
Well, we
Bolt.
say that it's 4 now.
No, but still.
Is
Is he outgassed?
no, he's still got a card in hand.
Oh, yeah, well, he is at the correct life total.
Yep. So we're down to 4. Michael is turn pass as a
Oh,
flash deck does.
Yes, yeah.
Draw pass.
Well, he has Snapcast to Cryptic Command now.
Yeah, he does.
I'm pretty sure he's signal or Restoration Angel.
Yeah.
Get his beat on, and that is a great play.
Yeah. Draws out a restoration.
Throw it out
or a
there.
Snapcaster.
Do you have the? Oh,
The
and he
lightning bolt
has
hits.
the lightning bolt. Oh, in response to the activation, brilliant play.
Yeah. That's a Bob.
That is a Bob.
That is a Dark Confidant
Didn't
right there.
didn't we say that's a
Mana
mana
leak.
leak? Oh, 1 mana off being able to pay for it.
Oof.
And is that Chris outgas? I mean, he saved it up for the right time, but he's just
I
been
don't know.
blown
I
out
think
by
he's-
these like-for-like blows.
I think he's still good. He's still in a very favourable position. He's on 17 life against 4.
Yep.
We know Michael hasn't got any life gain in his deck,
No.
so he is limited to the fact that he's going to stay on 4 life.
Yeah. He does have 2 lightning helixes.
Ah,
We did see one before in Liliana, but that is literally it.
so
Certainly in the main deck, he does have a Batterskull in the sideboard.
yes.
But that is it. That is his life gain. And it obviously worked out quite well for him. But I'd be interested to know why he doesn't have more. You'd think
That
with the
is
amount of
another
burn.
Dark Confidant coming down.
Yeah. And that is an Is It Charm to blow it up. Wow, that card has shown up time and again.
Is It Charm has been
Yeah,
very
that is a
popular in Modern.
breakout tournament for this, for this Is It Charm. It's great. Well, we know it's good in standard. Like let's not pretend it's good in standard. But not necessarily for
Going
modern.
to
We didn't
3.
know whether it was going to be good in modern before.
Michael is going to 3 for one of his search lands. He's a lightning bolt off now. He's in dangerous territory.
I think. I don't. Chris doesn't. If he had the lightning bolt, would he play it now?
No.
He's
I think
Michael's
Michael,
only got a couple. Only got a few cards in hand, so
he wouldn't have gone searching for it at this point if he thought that he didn't have a way of getting around it. I don't think.
oh, Geist of
Guys,
Saint
the
Draft.
Draft. Well, he's got one card in hand. Do you think it's a
This-
counter?
He could just like top deck bolt, kill you.
Oh,
Oh,
pass.
he passes. Oh dear. Now
Well,
the wheels are turning.
Geist is going to work.
Yeah, he is taking Chris to school.
That's 6 down. He's still got 3 turns
Yeah, but you
without any burn from the
if there's a
Patriot.
Snapcaster in hand, it's a cryptic command.
Yeah.
It's a Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf. And that's a big Tarmogoyf.
That's
got to
that
be
is
5-6 at
huge.
this point, hasn't it?
Like it's creature, land, sorcery, instant,
Planeswalker.
planeswalker.
Lily died earlier.
Yeah, path to exile. He had a path
Oh!
for the Tarmogoyf.
He either top decked that or he must have
Jo-
top decked that.
I like the style of this deck. It answers everything.
Yeah.
One for one, everything. Like answer Lingering Souls, Pyroclasm. Bolt
Lightning
bolt to the face. It's
Oh!
cryptic command. Oh
That's
dear.
fantastic.
That is
Fantastic.
sick.
Cryptic command. That is insane.
Like,
Wow.
I had to put that word down there. I couldn't. That is just.
What a 2-card hand to have. Path to Exile and Cryptic Command to
Oh.
save the Geist and save the game. He is now top decking, but he is in. Oh, he's still got a card in hand from the Cryptic.
No, it wasn't to save the guy. It was to save his life.
Oh no, I know, but save the
Yeah, yeah,
because essentially the Tarmogoyf would have eaten
yeah.
the
He
Geist.
attempted to figure it. Now,
So Serum Vision.
Michael is, I believe, is drawing. He's only got 2 cards left in hand. Chris isn't dead here. I mean, especially if he's got like a mana leak as a counter. Like that's pretty much dead now.
That's 6, so he's down to 5.
So he's dead on board for next turn.
There's lethal
Unless
on
Chris
board.
can find, say, a Liliana, which is a great answer right now.
Yeah. Chris is in trouble this turn if he can't do anything. He's thinking about a potential response.
That is a terminate on the
Terminating
angel token.
Angel. That buys him a turn.
Yeah, that will buy him
That
another
buys
turn,
him a
but it
turn.
does leave him empty-handed.
In fairness, he couldn't use it on the Geist anyway, so it's at least giving him something he can work from.
Definitely.
Gives him a turn, an extra turn. So 2 damage is coming through.
Definitely puts him to 9. You got to think. Oh, a Celestial Colonnade. So that is a potential kill next turn. Oh, I mean, this is...
So what's he got in? What's he pulled? He's got to go for it, whatever he's pulled. What is it?
It is Garuk Wildspeaker.
Wow!
I said it before in the feed. I said, what are the chances Garuk might show up? It produces a beast token. It means he could go to 1, conceivably, next turn. Block the Geist.
Block the Geist.
I think Michael might be willing to make that trade. Although, no, it should be safe. It should be relatively safe if he goes in with the Colonnade and the Geist.
I mean, the only
It
problem
would
you'll
put Chris
have,
to 1.
the only problem you'd have is that Michael would then be on very low mana for a potential top deck damage.
Yeah, that is blocking the
Trades with
Geist.
the Geist, takes him to 1.
What? Yes!
Oh! No, he's not got enough mana. He's got
No,
nothing to
no,
play
no,
it.
no, it's
just...
Vigilance. Vigilance on the Colonnade. Surely.
He hasn't got the mana to use anything with Snapcaster, though. He's just flashing it in.
Oh. We'll have to back this up just a moment. There's a bit of contention over... I think Michael rushed through that. He may have screwed up his timing. I believe Chris is actually folding to that. That is a kill. Oh, that is bad. That is... And it's pretty rough because now Junsouls is 1 game in the hole.
Yes.
Playing...
Now, sideboards.
So, sideboarding. Right.
We've got
Michael
for
Maxwell.
the Jund spirits. We've got a Graf
Delo.
Digger's Cage.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Olivia Voldaren.
Mm,
Ancient Grudge.
probably not.
Abrupt Decay.
No. It's a Rakdos Charm.
Rakdos Charm.
Maybe.
Devour Flesh.
Yes, for the Geist.
Thoughtseize.
Yet again.
Yep.
Yeah. Batter Skulls.
Batter Skulls.
Yes, definitely.
A Johnny Vengeant.
That's a surprise.
You weren't expecting to see that one in the sideboard, were you?
I would like to see him bring that in.
And Stony Silence, which I don't think is going to be happening in this
No.
one.
No.
So, we're thinking Rakdos Charms, Batter Skulls maybe, possibly the Rakdos Charms,
Maybe the
and
Devour
Johnny
Flesh.
Vengeant for a giggle.
Yeah.
So,
Michael Maxwell, we have...
Celestial Purge.
No.
It's it deals with
it's a possibility. It's a good trade-off with that.
Rule of Law.
No, Rule of Law is the one-of spell each turn. No, that's not going to be relevant.
Combust.
No.
Nope.
Batter Skull, yes.
Skull, maybe, yeah.
Wrath,
of God.
yes.
Yep.
Pyroclasm,
yes. Disenchant.
No. Supreme Verdict, probably.
Supreme Verdict, maybe.
Dispel, I could probably see coming in.
His Stony Silence, no.
Phantasmal Image.
He's not against the matchup. That's the mirror matchup.
And Call the Skybreaker. Do you know what I would love to see...
Call the Skybreaker.
We had somebody comment as we were going past that
Call
the Skybreaker is in his sideboard and has been played.
Explain to people who might not understand what Call to Skybreaker is.
I'll just look it up and read it out for you.
It's not exactly
sick.
It's not exactly a staple modern card.
It's not even an EDH card. Let's face it.
We are potentially experiencing some technical difficulties. We will try to resolve them as quick as possible. They are still just shuffling up for game 2. We will be back to you as soon as possible. Right, I think we've re-established our chat, and we've got back to going. They've drawn their initial hands. They are sort of checking now. They are both mulliganing to 6. So, not good opening hands for either of them there. Yes, we would like to see it. We know it's a little bit ambitious for Call the Skybreaker, but it would be
Absolutely.
something that would be interesting to see, certainly.
Sorry about that,
So,
folks. We
right.
lost the chat feed from the booth's computer.
Yeah. So, as we were saying,
Yeah, it was clarified by the table judge that when he went to do the snapcaster
yes,
bolt to finish it all off, he just got ahead of himself.
right.
Like
Okay.
if he just got a bit overexcited to get it finished, I think, given the opportunity, and it looked like his intentions were to do something else.
Okay.
So we did get that cleared up, but I mean they're both chatting away nice and happy over there. So I think they both realise how close that
Yeah,
close to the wire that really
definitely.
could have gone.
But they've both mulligans, so they're both shuffling up, ready for trying to draw 6. Well, for Chris to get to top 8 on his first PTQ, he's got a bit of a climb ahead of him at this stage. He's
It's
1-0
not.
down.
He
not
is going with
impossible.
Raging Ravine on the first turn.
It's not impossible, but it is.
And it's still Colonnade to answer.
That's a
Meet your manland with my manland.
that's some manland going on right there.
No, the question was the problem was he didn't wait until damage was done. He got over ahead of himself. He did it properly. He tapped he had the mana for everything. He just got ahead of himself.
Yeah.
And it looked kind of like he tapped for a moment. He tapped the colonnade before damage had been dealt. We cleared it up. Everything was fine. They're both nice and cordial about everything. It was just confusion. There's nothing other than that called in, and everything's fine.
Yeah. It's all been fully resolved.
And that
So he's
is
going for
a
a
Godless Shrine
Godless
coming
Shrine.
out.
So he's got his
So
mana
he's
sorted.
got all his colours. Yeah, it was just about confusion.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was enough to cause the judge at the table to specifically give us a clarification. So it probably confused him a little bit as well.
So Chris
But we
is
just have to make
passing.
sure we get this as clear as possible, because you do not want
No.
him to lose that game because he's then unable to cast a spell. I mean, Chris could easily have drawn something completely relevant off the top
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
certainly.
destroyed him.
So we're back on the play again now. Michael's just gone and searched for a Steam vent. So they've got some pretty good mana fixing sorted out here, so they're all sort of good. So it's Michael's go.
So there's another Iron Macer in his hand.
He has the land drop. So he's got another search land out, and he's passing turn. Chris is going searching again. I can confirm that
Wow.
Matt Light has indeed lost one game so far this
The
afternoon.
world...
He's on
but
game 3
believe us, the
of his
world
final
has
round.
not stopped turning all of a sudden. You cannot feel bad for that.
Nah, that's
No.
it's an acceptable thing. He's just waiting on a judge call. But he is indeed in game 3 of his last round.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why people hate
Yeah,
modern all this
there's
betting.
an awful lot of shuffling goes on.
I
You hope he
sever-
loses and finishes ninth.
I severely doubt that Matt
No,
Light will finish ninth.
it's impossible for him
no.
to not make top 8 now. Put all those dreams out of your heads, people. It will not happen.
It's severely unlikely for that sort of thing to occur. But Chris has played a Tarmogoy, which at the moment is a 1-2. There's only it's only an ickle Tarmogoy at the moment.
Do you know what's really stupid?
What?
I'm just looking at the standings, I was just thinking, I wonder if Matt Light could miss the top, but he can't. There's not enough people.
But even if they all ID'd, he still has better tiebreakers.
He is indeed completely locked for the top 8. He was second place
yeah.
going into this round.
I think 6-1-1 is a pretty
I wouldn't count him. I
this
wouldn't count him out
stage.
to win the match from 1-0 down.
As some people who are watching us do this broadcast and are seriously hoping for. Hashtag tiny guy.
Tiny guy.
There's a little baby tiny guy. But yeah, 6-1-1.
Is it the tiny guy has been
Tiny guy's
blasted
got
in
lightning
the face.
bolted.
Boom.
Yes, 6-1-1 is looking reasonably comfortable at this stage.
Yeah, well, for example, we have
Some
Matt
people aren't
Light
quite comfortable
and
about
Raoul Zimmerman both at the top of the standings, and they are a lock for the top 8. So we have 2 confirmed people for the top 8. So yeah, so basically we just have to fill the rest of it out.
Yeah, so we'll see how the rest of these games go.
If there's anybody that you haven't heard where they are
like
already and would like to know, we can tell. Even if they think they've finished further down the field, we have the standings as of round 7, at the end of round 7.
How many are on
X and 1?
X and 1?
Well,
9.
Yeah, the
9
top
people. The reason why I keep
quite a
laughing
lot.
is because we've currently got 8th place, 6th place, who is one of the 18s.
Moses isn't here.
Moses never made it.
He never came. He chose sleep over competing in Magic.
Over competing in a Magic event. But yeah, we're sitting by Luke Southwood, who's currently 6th and has ID'd to 19 points. So he is currently sitting on 6-1-1.
You've got a hope, really, don't you?
So
You've got a hope.
He's got a long wait for this round to finish, hoping that his decision to ID has paid off.
Well,
Oh, there's another Goif.
it's one of those few situations in which you want Matt Light to win.
Goif
really.
is now
you want to rely on him. If you're relying on him getting you into the top 8, I would put all my money on him.
This Goif is a little bit better at being a 3-4, a slightly more standardised Goif size. 3-4 avoids the lightning bolt. The Snapcaster, however, after the second lightning bolt, kills off the Goif. Actually,
Snapcaster on the lightning bolt? Oh, it's getting terminated.
He terminated the Snapcaster.
Yep. Oh, right.
Yeah,
it
was a talk about was the Snapcaster flashing back the lightning bolt kill the Tarmogoyf?
Yeah,
it
that
does,
was
because
why
it
there was
takes
a
the
slight
instance out of the
pause.
graveyard and therefore kills the Goyf.
It's interesting though, because if that was the point of contention, he possibly could have responded to that by putting Terminate into the graveyard by using it on the Snapcaster. It would depend on when they go to the graveyard. That is a Thoughtseize out of Chris Delo. Seeing Geist to Saint Draft, Path to Excel, and Electrolyze.
Geist is screaming to be picked in this one.
Yeah, I was just wondering that. Why didn't he terminate in response? I can only assume he missed it, unless it doesn't work the way... I think
he just missed the timing.
I think he missed it, and I mean, as it turns out, Michael has the path.
Your pick's the path.
He takes the Electrolyze.
We were both wrong in that instance.
Yeah, I would have taken the Geist.
Which means he's got to have something that deals with the Geist here.
It must be Liliana then.
Yep.
Oh, and he knew. He had no counters.
Yeah. Brilliant. Fantastic.
And it ticks it up. What is going to get... It's probably
the land might
going
get
to be...
discarded.
Oh, it's the path goes.
Ooh.
Obviously, you must put him on very little creatures.
Yes.
So... Yeah, I say he must have had the follow-up Liliana for that.
The land is swinging home.
Oh, and the Celestial Colonnade. Liliana bites the dust.
At least takes out the path.
Yep.
And stops Michael from playing anything this turn.
Be a great moment.
Unless he drew into another path, in which case
he's got the
white mana open for
it. Do you imagine if he had like dispel or something to break something up? It'd be like, oh. I just don't think Chris Delo has enough pressure in this game.
A lingering
he is not. He's not going anywhere in this match.
He's not got enough hard answers for the deck, has he?
Well, you think about it. How many draws does Michael have to find now to find?
Now he dies basically because he's bad.
Yeah.
That's a little bit harsh, I think. A little bit harsh. He's gone 5-1 today, or like 5-1-1, I think, today.
Was that Chris Delo?
Chris Delo's on 16, so yeah.
Yeah. No. That is one loss.
One loss.
One loss.
Yeah. So he's only lost one game today. So it's pretty harsh to say that he's bad.
No, sorry. That is completely wrong.
Yeah,
that
it's 5-1-1.
No, it's...
Is it just 6-1?
Yeah.
Oh, of course he is. Yes, he's on 18. Yeah.
Yeah,
6-1.
so
you can hardly call someone who's gone 6-1 in a modern PTQ bad.
I'm still going to.
We still will. But
I'm more than happy to judge people because I'm not playing and failing.
Yes, exactly right. We can be lofty about these things.
So my Rebel Arc deck would have got blown out by like all these bloody Rakdos charms.
Geist is dead.
Yeah, I am feeling free to judge people simply because I'm not playing.
Makes sense. I like
oh god. Everybody's been bad at Magic one time or another. I remember reading the rulebook originally of Magic when I got a starter deck, and I honestly read the rulebook and I went, "This is a stupid game. I'm never going to learn how to play this. Never in a million. This is too complicated. Why does a forest produce mana? Why doesn't it produce wood?"
The sign of a good hypocrite there. I never said I was good, just that he's bad.
That's interesting. Cavern of Souls. That's the first time all day we've seen Cavern of Souls.
Yes, first time we've seen a cavern.
That must be for the mirror.
Yeah, you got to think really. So it's turn. He's still got two spirits sitting on the field, but and he's swinging in with them. He's going for it. Takes the 2. So Michael goes down to 18.
Yeah, we were joking. We're not calling you a hypocrite. Yeah, he should have responded and saved his guy. We don't know how critical that could have been.
It's more what's called a misplay rather than someone being bad.
Yeah.
It happens when you're on record, when you're in a game you have to win in order to top 8.
If he'd done it in the final and everybody could see it for the rest of time and he'd just constantly be beating him up about it.
Yeah, it's been a
It
long
has been an
day.
extremely long day.
People can make
This is the
mistakes at this
last
stage.
round.
So,
Um, and remember, both of these players are in contention still.
and here drops a
Um,
guy.
very much so. And that is with a Janjo Castle up as well.
Yeah.
I love that play. If you don't know, Janjo Castle taps for a white to prevent 2 damage to a legendary creature. And Geist of St. Traft is certainly a legendary creature. Yeah, it is indeed going on the internet where people can see it for the rest of time.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd hardly say he punted. He misplayed at best.
Yeah, we're never going to be
Yeah.
able to define who's a good player
Yeah.
and who isn't,
It's
because
his first,
the best player in the world can punt a match.
as he said, it's the first ever PTQ. He's got a chance to top 8 in, and he made a mistake. It happens.
He's up against a really tough matchup as well.
He hasn't lost the game though. That's that. I'm failing to see where you've got this idea that he's lost the game. He's in equally good field position. He's got creatures on the board. He's got a punt.
He can. He could block the angels, say coming in, so he only takes 2. Michael is down to very low amount of cards as well. He does have the colonnade on the board. However, he might just be out of gas. We don't know what Chris Delo has for starters either. We'll try and get as accurate as a description from the judge at the table, whether there is anything in his hand that could help him. Yeah, yes, having a goif is much better than not having a goif.
Well, that's obvious.
That's very good philosophy. But for those of disloyalty, not a card we've seen today. That might be people thinking there was more storm or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe because of abrupt decay, that'd be a pretty good answer to threads. I'm not sure about whether playing that Lily was necessarily bad. I think playing the Lily and levelling it up rather than just leaving it the same, because it was going to get in by the colonnade, and then he wouldn't have lost the Terminate from his hand that he discarded to Lily. He possibly could have just left it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make much sense to play it only to be eaten. That is true. Or maybe he just decided that Lily was going to suck up 4 damage for him.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty good... we've already established some of the strongest players in
we've
the
seen
room.
the strongest being played.
Matt Light is extremely...
He wouldn't have to be battling to get in the top 8.
He's played extremely well. Yeah, maybe you just didn't see that. It is very easy to... There's a lot of different looking lands.
Yeah.
And if you don't see it, you go, I didn't see the colonnade. Then
it's very easy
to
claim stuff from here.
It's a very oppressive card, colonnade. I think it didn't do any favours for standard when it was about, because it's very difficult to deal with. Still, it's very difficult to deal with. Again, yeah. So, but there we are. Oh, Lightning Helix.
Ouch.
In response to the Inquisition. Is he going to be on to Inquisition? Is Pyroclasm goes, but there's a Restoration Angel in. Oh dear. This might be a ding dong, the witch may be dead.
It's not looking good for Mr. Delo. Michael looks to be securing his place by the looks of things in the top 8. Now, he could in theory activate and go, or he's just going to go for the 6.
He's just playing it safe.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why to risk it.
No.
And he's on 20, but
Yeah.
still, there is. He is comfortably in
control. This will take him to 2 life. He just needs to draw a burn spell of some description.
I mean, he's
Or
got
just wait a
Lightning
turn.
Helix. He's got Electrolyze that's now relevant.
A Snapcaster for anything in his graveyard.
Snapcaster on any of the above.
So there's plenty of outs for Michael here, and Chris is running out of options. He
just didn't get top. Did T-shirt lad make top 8?
He is currently in top 8. Cyrus Bales.
He was 5th, I believe.
He is 5th before the final round. So
we were confident he was going to make it, but anything can happen.
Yeah, depends on how he does this round.
I think, however, the top 8 chances may well be over for Chris Delo.
Yes, at this stage, it is not looking good, and I think he's starting to realise that, as you can see on his face.
That is time called. There may be a slight time extension for the feature match table.
I can't see it going many turns longer anyway.
And so even if he can pull it out, the best they can get now is a draw.
The best Chris can get is a draw at this stage.
I think if it came down to that, if it came close to it, I think Chris would.
So we've got a Johnny Vengeance.
Is it relevant?
At this stage, not massively. I think it's a...
It's got Lightning Helix off Johnny's second ability. Put him to 5.
It's still not enough.
I'm thinking... Oh, Restoration Angel. He already knew that was there.
So he's now swinging with stuff that's just on the board for 9.
So he's got Celestial Colonnade, Restoration Angel, the Angel Token.
Yes, we are going to be carrying on for the top 8. After this, we're going to close the stream for a while whilst we relocate to Fanboy 3. But we will be covering the top 8.
And that's it.
That's it.
Michael Maxwell locks up
Michael
top 8.
Maxwell wins his final game.
Blue, white, red. We may well have 2 blue, white. We do, in fact, have 2
blue,
white, red control decks.
Control decks. In the top 8.